Mouz and NAVI duking it out on Ancients, and NAVI looking to actually leave a mark this time around.
Yeah, they've got their work cut out for them. The crowd on their side. They're looking to be prepared. But Torzi with a clean headshot to kick it off.
Tries to go in for a second one. Will end up finding Wonderful towards top shelf instead. And then MongolZ's found the answer back. The only kill so far for NAVI. That's going to open up a disengagement away from mid. But it's a big reposition. Mouz had passively just sat back for a second, but they also just get a little curious out towards middle. They don't see anything, and they don't want to stick around either. We've got a very split defense.
There's a huge gap here because they've just abandoned a really important line.
The timing.
The moment that bit crosses it, he becomes a dangerous alert.
Oh. Exertion though, well-timed peek into Cave, gonna drop the bomb. You know where this is going, but they still don't know about Bit. And this deep position's good for one, but he heard both players sprinting. And so Torzi able to get another one back. 3 kills so far with that USP. Ema in for the bomb plant. No way he pulls out a clutch in round 1. Despite this maybe being his house, it is Mouz with the CT pistol kickoff.
It's a quick peek from inside of Cave to make up for the fact that they dropped their line on Donut.
And I think defeating NAVI in a way is going to make them feel like badasses if they can do it with the crowd against them as well. So here we are at 45 seconds, round 2. Deagle about to hit this site, really just banking on Torzi, not whiffing with any sort of a spray. And he knows better than to overstay his welcome. Peels back into the sidearm, into the support really. Bomb plant? Hey, that's money. Not bad for NAVI, considering that you had Torzi right there to stop it. So they just squeeze a little more value out of this one.
Are used to being a team that's not cheered for in the arena. That could harden you up if you have the right attitude.
Time to come at it with rifles. And in through that Molotov is MongolZ, down to 13 health.
What a find.
Gets dropped by Jimmy. Imez actually the one there with the kill, so good support. But at the same time, get Imez dropped right thereafter. Man advantage barely held on to as Torzi's taken down to 13 health. Little pressure here inside of the cave. Alexi really wanted in with something, but Brolin's not going to offer over space for free. Keeps an eye on that smoke and then peels back, making sure that he can keep himself alive here. Jimmy goes for the jump spot red room, then decides to disengage. He's got a lot of responsibility between middle and A site right now.
This one's not going to get spotted right away. Oh, that's a great kill from Bit. And a second. That's number 2.
No escape. Oh, SMG comes down to try to reclaim this, but you know now Bit's gonna have support. Of course, NAVI coming over to try to make something off of this. And so Brolin tasked with just about the same responsibility as Jimmy, who is still sitting over on the opposite side because they don't know, right? Huge gap in middle since the start of this round, really. For all Jimmy knows, he's getting flanked. And so Brolin peels back away, gives that space back over to NAVI, and they will find a real chance to put footwork on this bomb site. But Brolin could still interrupt it. Neither player watching. Wonderful speed from back. Felt like right before Brolin was about to try to make some kind of move. So NAVI in their first gun round, it's a hard-fought man advantage and a bomb plant over on B.
They get into that moment where it's all about timings, and that's sometimes where NAVI are the most reliable. They know how to make you make the awkward move, to peek at just the wrong second, when 1 second ago would have been fine.
Immediately back into the mid play for MongolZ. It's going to be a challenge all day long, but one that he's happy to take, and one that this round he picks up victoriously. Beautiful over that red ledge. A third, perhaps, as a back is turned to him. Brolin doesn't feel like he'll get away from this for free. They send in some utility, and it's actually Spinx from within this corner. The old 1-2 switcheroo here for Mouz to bring this back by 1.
He won't get chased. They've got the bomb outside of A at the moment. Jimmy, he's always so acutely aware of what's happening. He also recognizes, his team recognizes, they need to help him out in a different way. They're going to go for this push down the ramp.
Looking not to get caught by Bit yet again, and they will find it free for the taking. Spinx catching a glimpse.
The moment MongolZ turns around, he should be dead. He's so low on health.
9 HP. Jimmy takes his position inside of Donut. That's going to forfeit the bomb site over. They don't go for an immediate plant. They're coming to clear this. Jimmy turns back and finds the duel, but wasn't really, I don't think, visualizing that happening. So kind of caught off guard ever so slightly.
They moved so far up into the site. We had that lurk. Just got killed out of MongolZ. The information came just a touch too late, and that worked out beautifully for NAVI.
First attempt, he gets stuffed in the pistol. So now Gun round in, converts it. We get this half-ass SMG swing, but it still works. Oh, there it is! Back through the double kill of his own. Alexi's got the cover for his Romanian teammate. And Alexi B keeping pressure on Caves, really gonna limit Mouz's options now.
Uh-oh, that's the last of your money, Mouz. It would have to be a tragedy to strike in this situation for NAVI. They've got a very big advantage. 2 players up. Oh, Torzi gets shot at. And they should actually know that both players are here now. That cave was smoked. Ooh, but this is happening a bit too far away to actually draw the reaction they're looking for.
Oh, so that's what you get instead. Mouz walk it down both sides of that attempted execute, just waiting behind the smoke grenades. An alternative option to the A bomb site being carved out by Alexi B, but it is Mouz that just stand their ground instead.
Alexi has to go for this. He's got lots of time left over.
Trying to figure it out. The fire in front of him is going to then take some of that time off of the clock.
There is a moment, though, where you can isolate a fight. He knows he's got one on the ramp. He's going to look for timing spams. Alexi looking for the kill, but Spinx wins that. That's 3 in the round for Spinx.
Rock solid hold from inside of Cave. Not the first time we've seen him catch them with that same corner.
Yeah, Jim Fat fell back, was worried. One more trailing AG grenade, and his day is ruined. So they'll put themselves in a really reserved position.
Walking it up as a pack. AK finds contact, but it's still NAVI to come out better for only a moment. Spinx wasn't too far away. Another critical juncture in a round here for Spinx, and that was bomb dropped out in middle as well, so you know damn well NAVI have to come and fight for it. But you can see the way Spinx concerned about his flank. Once again, NAVI could be anywhere as far as Mouz are concerned, so they will remain active. And by pushing down that ramp, they get the contact. Now it's going to be Spinx to look for the bomb again. But it's being picked up, and this confirms both bodies for NAVI out middle at the moment.
A bit would have ran over a smoke right here. Molly comes out first. This stops the rotation. He can smoke on top of it and plant the bomb.
Feels like he's found safety. Brolin's going to flash Spinx through, though. Coverage comes up short.
Oh.
Spinx goes big yet again.
Oh, another miracle from Spinx. A 2K win they desperately needed it. One trade in these last 2 rounds on Spinx, and it's a T-favored situation. Round 8, another buy comes in.
Couple Molly onto the lane. Faster one here for NAVI. Didn't see Spinx seemingly, but for Bit to be able to take him down means good for NAVI because he won't have that late round impact. And Bit continues on the fadeaway to find yet another. All while there's this slow play out into the A site, but Eman maybe rushes that, gets ahead of his teammates. And so MongolZ's got a slow burn, looking to maybe actually join forces with what will be that bomb carrier.
Yeah, they still got decent control. Jimmy might get peeked, and he doesn't go down right away.
Wonderful's got that trade at least here for NAVI. We go back 2v2, another duel picked up. It's Bit's turn to find a multi-frag impact moment. And so Torzi given a clutch and still just chasing ghosts towards that A site because NAVI yet again in one of these rounds with a minute on the clock are nowhere to be found. But just because they're not on A doesn't mean Torzi won't hunt these guys down.
Their only sin at this point would be playing it a little bit too carefully. Torzi's the one who has an op. He needs them to make a mistake, and they're not looking to cross his scope. Look at Bit go with another multi-kill.
Yeah, that's what you were looking for, right? An individual moment from somebody over on NAVI. Well, for the most part, they've been quiet. This is that big impact hit from Bit. And it starts off with the double entry into the B bomb site. 2 separated 1v1s. They want this Torzi off. Bit gunning for the quad now as he tries to chase down the Hungarian sniper, who is fine to go into the next one with the big green. So,
and they are.
Yes, sir. Here to try to hold them back.
Ooh, a late flash.
Nate dunked on. Yeah, perfect call. Flashbang comes out, blinds them, and Email chucks out another one. Then you get that cave response, because every time Mouz fight, tooth and nail for these ones. There's always an additional layer here with Mouz. It's fisticuffs so far. And so that fallback allowed, as yet again Mouz will be split across this map and NAVI goes silent in the meantime. Yet again, not announcing it with util. Check him out though, Spinx starts to get active.
Yeah, now NAVI, are they going to overthink?
Right, thinking about this, going deep, making sure, because they have this inkling that somebody's on the bomb site. And sure enough, they're not wrong about it. Spinx about to strike with perfect timing. Again, Spinx is the undoer of NAVI in these moments.
Man, so many multi-kills here from Spinx.
Back to the pistols, back to the drawing board, back into a test towards Cave. Xertion banks it off the backboard. 12 and 6 as Xertion make it 13 now as well, right? We can talk about the Spinx big individual impact moments, but quietly Xertion is topping the charts. And as you'd anticipate here versus Pistols, it is Mouz just cleaning up frags as they trickle into them one after another, one by one. This T side getting nullified.
Xertion at Krakow was talking about how he's focused on being serious about winning and nothing else. Last year reference, getting burnt out, having crowds against him, but trying not to focus on that.
Ooh.
And, well, one kill here, bomb awkwardly on the other side of a Molotov. Wonderful, however. He's got
surely
one
not.
response.
Yeah, Torsi confident out there in the open is gonna say enough's enough. Keep 2 alive here for Mouz, but it's still that 4-round lead secured.
The scoreline might look daunting, but I think there's still a lot of game left in NAVI from the way they've started a lot of these situations. I think Blade will be quite happy with the game plan and disappointed a bit with the micro.
Blade uses that second timeout coming into this round. We'll see if they're able to convert anything off it. Roland testing the smokes again. It is him through the cave.
Massive.
When at times NAVI are looking towards red room, towards the top of middle to get that first duel, at times it's Jimmy or Xertion tucked into the corners. And now with Cave just having a chance to extend, it blindsides NAVI. Torsi clipping Emat on his climb up.
And this is the best start so far from Mouz. Totally dominating in mid, showing us again what they can do with Cave. Not everybody is pushing Cave these days. Like, it's kind of fallen out of meta to take a lot of the fights there. There has been a lot of mid action, but there's less spams, less defaulting, where it's a Cave guy versus a guy lurking outside of it. But NAVI have been extremely liberal with all of their peaks. They have not been shy about peeking out. Or Mouz, excuse me, not shy at all.
Yeah, as we get another instance of it over and over again. NAVI not even given real room to wiggle up this ramp. Wonderful's got a valiant 1v5 effort ahead of him. Bit of utility to try to pull off the miracle, but it's not going to happen. Mouz remain well tethered. Mouz remain hyper-focused on just dominating the CT side.
The volume of rounds isn't there for NAVI. If they end with 4, I think they'll still keep hope alive.
It'll be a tough go of it with limited guns again. Low health off the charge here from Emat. That early 2K hasn't been seen since, and down with nothing again as Brolin through the cave just continues to rack up frags and continues to shove NAVI deeper into this trench of thought that you have been stuffed. You had your opportunities, you squandered them. That 4 versus 2 in round 5 set a tone that NAVI have tried to fight back from, but unsuccessful for the most part. 1 round win since that moment happened.
It is time to take a risk here, but
Deagle chases through the red room. That'll catch Xertion off. But MongolZ's been so limited throughout this attack. 7 frag right then and there. Second chance at Spinx. He knows these players were side by side. He saw them jumbled up and trading grenades. Now the Temple challenge misses. And it's good damage onto Torsi as well. You think never, but at the same time, you've got this walk up into the B-bomb site. NAVI have to fight for everything they can. And Brolin's here to rip your hopes from your hands. Denied as Wonderful comes in from the back of that site. We talk about MongolZ's impact on Ancient, and we had to wait an entire half to truly feel it. A triple D kill. And now with Jimmy Clutch that will be put on ice. NAVI's Lifeline comes together in round 12.
But they end the last one on a good note.
Fast charge, that's what's happening. Mouz are just looking to set a tempo. It's their turn to the attack. Dual Berettas of Wonderfuls regain visions and back turn to him. Yeah, shut down inside of the B site. It is total stop it. moving sluggishly still because, again, from the bottom of the scoreboard.
This comes down to MongolZ. How close to the top of Donut will he get?
He takes the peek onto the signpost and dies. Both defenders die. Just like that, Mouz given a chance to find kills, and then Wonderful with the Hail Mary attempt out through the smoke, utterly denied this round. Mouz find gun rounds, and it is success instantly.
Yeah, this is really intriguing for me. This makes me wonder what happens next. I mean, NAVI were in a spot where they could have closely got those kills, but when you see a vacant A site, we have no op playing in Temple, it is the perfect time to hit it. And now, unlike in these previous rounds where we had Mouz get no kills, now they get all of them. Alexi's only got this FAMAS left over. Lonely over here in the back of CT. So what do you do now if you're NAVI? You kind of have the B site locked down, but it's contingent on stacking it. And if you're Mouz, do you copy and paste? NAVI are in the money right now.
But for the time being, so are Mouz. Roland still hunting. Yeah, finds that climb up from MongolZ. Alexi B giving a little space over this time, not really pressuring that smoke, and Brolin finds just enough of vision around the side of it to get a man advantage established here for Mouz.
Mouz really have the incentive to try to grind this one out slowly. They need to make sure they keep players alive. They need to make a default win happen so they can take out. Oh my goodness. And that is the kind of cave play that we aren't really getting lately. Those spams have sort of fallen out of favor. Alexi says, I can still identify the exceptions.
Perfect time to sprinkle it in, and you'd think some teams would just fall away from that, but seemingly, Navi want a little more. Oh, and by stepping into that crosshair, Jimmy's gonna punish. Pressure falls onto Wonderful, and he rattles that off. They know exactly what they're up against. It's a quick reposition here from Wonderful to try to get another chance, and he will do exactly that. Strikes Spinx down. Alternates between these two lanes yet again at 30 seconds. But the flashbangs continue to pressure him, and it opens up that door for the cross. Wallbang attempt for Alexi yet again, but no kill off of this one. And so Wonderful retains control of lane, waiting for this piece of support to now be right alongside him. Jimmy's got another chance, but he flubs that one. And so pressure onto Torji, and he'll hit his headshot. It's low health here for Wonderful. It's Alexi trying to fight his way out from that cave, and still Wonderful finds one. Torji cuts it down, locked into the corner. It's a slow squeeze, but NAVI have taken this to the tie game 9-all.
Shout out to the leader of NAVI for a big game as an individual fragger. Expensive rounds, again, not a problem here for NAVI. They've still got cash left over.
Ooh, dangerous game bit. They're gonna close the distance. Mouz see that as enough of an opening, draws back the cave player. Alexi steps up to the bat again, and it's Wonderful to come through. Then the off returns the favor back from Torzi. Little bit of vision over towards the long side. Double walk up here on short. Torzi continues to tear through, but it's a good push here from MongolZ into the cover of the site. Jimmy dealt with nothing, and NAVI now lead. This continuous lean back within the defense too, right? They've been finding a lot of value from the lanes. Putting a smoke in front of the ramp. If Mouz decide to try to pop through this, you've still got Alexi on both sides. Him and Bit looking to tether yet again, testing the side of the smoke. It's free real estate taken over by Mouz. It's a second frag. Each of your defenders may have stepped up for one each. But now he has chance, maybe. In a round where he should have an advantage. Tech9's gonna blindside MongolZ. Didn't anticipate the corner.
Whoa, 3 inside the cave.
Missed utility too, right? Or never mind, trying to clear back sight just to guarantee that nobody's actually back there. This is a rambunctious move here from Mouz. They wrap back down to the base of the ramp. Imez in the middle of it all. A lot to be desired on some of these moments. He's gonna tap that bomb and try to fluster them, but goes down with nothing. And so Mouz's rebuttal comes through with Tech9s. They tear through the bomb site they previously just couldn't chew through.
And you know they're excited about that because this half has not gone well.
It'll be him specifically to try to get this round rolling. They open the smoke a couple times. We get this front cave push. Not occupying it out of the gate, then sending somebody seconds later. Alexi B has gotten a lot of value so far from these positions, but this round is different. In the 21st, he's the first to fall.
And that kill takes a lot of wind out of mid. They have to back up a little bit. They're a little bit lacking outside of B.
Bit? Whoa.
Oh, there's info.
Yeah, caught a glimpse of that.
However, Imma's the one rotating over towards A. They have the right idea.
They're keeping options open.
They don't believe it.
You see one person lurking outside of the cave.
The reads are here for Navi.
You've given a lot of space. It's A main again as Mouz get ever closer.
This is the key spot.
Last time they found Navi unprepared to defend this bomb site. Cave player goes down.
One rotation back. Does Wonderful hold his ground?
He's got to land this shot. He will. That's an easy fade back. It's an established 4v3 and a chance for MongolZ to peek out, peel one off, and Emed through that smoke gets his. No answer out of Mouz.
I don't know how they read it, but they read it well.
Just seeing his shoulder go into cave. Pressure to maintain that Torzy can't get out here. He's going to be given another chance, though. They keep popping this open, Mouz, and as they do, it's going to cost him.
You can't miss shots right now.
He's going to be able to find first blood. Alexi B yet again remaining adamant about not allowing you through this smoke. And there's a world where you could have just shelled up, fallen back into the cover, but instead MongolZ wants to make Mouz work.
And what's MongolZ's next? Oh my goodness.
Why not, right? Just keep that pressure up.
That's
play
why.
the odds, find the chances, take the 5v3. We've seen good things come out of Mouz when they blanket this bomb site with smoke, and they're going to do that again. This is how those Tech-9s were able to get through the defenders. Will the corner be cleared? Alexi B into it, is able to hold back Xerxin. It's all in on ramp now for Mouz, and Brolin's going to make it happen with the Galil. At least a little more still to fight for. He will connect the double. A 2 versus 5, 2 kills into it, make it a third!
Oh!
Mouz are in the middle of a robbery! And as Brolin finds the upgrade, now you have separated what remains of Navi.
Now you have Imma making the big rotation around. They will identify Cave as the problem.
This moment tense, because it means a lot for Navi.
This one could get diffused right in the open.
Opposite side of pillar.
They're going to hold this.
He's going to jump on top of it, and Mouz are going to have to come running out.
They can't do anything.
They need to run it down, and they don't.
Oh!
Navi take their 12th on the brink of another heartbreak.
It's Imma deciding not to go Cave and to go long.
That's what they look to be doing here at a minute. Setting themselves up in the aura of silence for that, and it's a missed opportunity.
It's late to get a chance at that frag. We go past a minute, and because there's no op over here, we've got to push.
Util lets them know that Xerxin's out here. He keeps that first kill clean. Insta headshot. Imez able to get that trade back. Here it comes. It's a flurry out of Mouz to try to take down the B site. They get jumbled up, and Bit has gone ahead to cue this up. It's half health though. Very winnable clutch. Cover for Torzy, and nobody rushes him down. Look at those health bars. Torzy now hears them coming, and he'll only find the one. 4 rounds. 4 rounds in a first half, and still Navi fight through in the face of a challenge out of Mouz, a team they've not beat since 2024. And I felt this room when it got silent. My anticipation is this game gets extended. Mouz to a T side of a map they are comfortable with. Navi may have an uptick off of Ancient. Maybe they believe as well now. It was a beautiful comeback in that second half. Credit where it's due. But now it's Mouz's chance to shine, and they will punish MongolZ on that fallback. Imez Paredes go down with nothing. Spinx is finding a quick move up through Banana into now the waiting hands of Alexi, who only gets this one. Looking like a site primed for the taking.
They've totally plowed it now. I mean, 3 players ready to hold another situation where Navi, they're right about where it's going. I mean, we're actually in a spot where Xerxin's low. They don't maybe know it.
Oh, he's not asking for too much. Just wanted to get back into his bomb site. Instead, tracked down, hunted, and Mouz gonna run with that momentum into a pistol victory. So be it that Xerxin dies to the bomb. It's Mouz with the first on Inferno.
This is a playoff match, and that does make a difference when you've got a team like Navi.
Fast move. Not going to waste any time here. Mouz looking for the fast conversion, but Wonderful's gone unnoticed. He's going to just push that smoke. and curiously drops the bomb carrier. Bit's got a little bit of room to work with, and he's going to find that headshot. Navi trying to bounce into this with the force buy. You've got Torji preoccupied. Bomb's still on the ground, and here comes MongolZ through that smoke. Spinx to make the difference here. He's going to be able to disengage, and now you've got the last guy in Alexi stuck on the wrong bomb site.
So I think they've got one gun inside of Halls. I'm not sure what he's going to try to upgrade to.
Should be that FAMAS.
Yeah, but he's really taking his time here. I think he just thought that I think the way he read it, he thought they weren't going to expect him to be here. Okay, there's that Galil.
So the battle of the grenades begins. A lot of discussion again on the desk about MongolZ's ability and willingness to throw himself against this constant threat. Right now, he's just done a good job of dodging that util. Navi going to try to go off the flash. MongolZ finding his, and Xerxion's got the answer, +1.
That's huge.
Catching Alexi, trying to support it with that utility, and look at the health he pulls that off with. Critical 2K bounce back here for Xerxion.
Yeah, the Xerxion MongolZ conversation was the sort of the finisher of the entire.
Mouz departing though at the same time. They know what their target is, and they're going to hit that 3v1 on Wonderful. So
a bit of a honeypot here around Jimmy. He's happy to take these peeks out as long as he doesn't die.
Keep them busy. Keep the numbers lower towards B. They now know at worst 2 defenders here. What can Wonderful give us? First shot's clean.
And a molly.
Falls back into it, gives himself a smoke grenade to work with as well. He could buy valuable time here. But Torzi's trying to go over the top of the oranges, and that's going to whittle Wonderful down to 47 health, but still, he clips a second. It's the frag grenade that opens it up. Ema then gets vision. Bomb denied for now. Spray comes through. Torzi's second kill is big here, and he has given himself a lot of time to work with.
Yeah.
It's a desperate run up from Bit, flanking around.
So he's going to walk over a kit. He has a molly for Nubox if he wants to use it. Bit's going to try to play it low pro.
No nades, but the stomps. Now Torzi knows exactly what's coming at him.
He's thinking it's Emo. Molly's coming now.
This is going to flush Torzi out, and Bit makes sure he will find that headshot, not waste this opportunity to get one.
That's
Wonderful
so
on his own.
This has got to be the hold. Bit from the pit.
Utility comes over top, an early warning sign. Bit's going to need something big here. It's already boots on the ground. Mouz have emerged. It's Ema instead with one, and Bit's going to go down with nothing. Wonderful at least catches his, tries to hold on to one side of the bomb site.
Nice trade.
But it's numbers strong here by Mouz, and now MongolZ's FAMAS quick to try to follow suit. That off shot rings out. And wait! Alexi's got the burn in the deep depths of the corner. That is the bomb dropped, and that is Alexi's chance to come back at this. A single flash. That M4, he saw it. He knows where both players are. He knows damn well where you're standing. Alexi, Spinx over top of the smoke for the headshot, and Mouz's fourth.
On the rounds you lose. So many consumables used as well. Always chipping away at your savings, and here's that wonderful op.
Yeah, really making him uncomfortable with the nades. Doesn't
Flash is good.
Get allowed back in for the angle, and Brolin's going to make sure MongolZ goes down with just one, but a missed chance here from Wonderful. Alexi wants to be the hero. Double kill's good. Maintains an advantage for Navi. Much needed moment there for Alexi B, trying to tap back into the impact he had. Only 2 rounds on the CT side of Ancient where he didn't have a kill.
So much impact throughout. The bomb is so... What in the world? The bomb is so far away. I mean, this is a spot where they could blow this just by trying to retake too early.
Man,
Torzi,
if they think he left.
Man, Torzi.
If they think he left. He's going to walk out, sees both, and gets them.
Oh, that's huge.
Now the bomb's going to be picked up. Easy sprint over to the B site. Torzi's patience.
Whoa, this
but
is
wait. The timing's good.
Yeah, it's huge.
If he goes mid. Big if. Got to try to pressure this. They're hanging on to those frag grenades just in case. Goes for a deep angle. Nobody giving him a thread to pull on. And so as he puts that smoke on top of the bomb, hoping maybe to just stick this, they are going to pop that open and expose him. He looks for the fight.
Oh
Wow. The lineup, but again, no kit that entire time. So even Mouz don't know, but this one was still a far gone attempt.
Now, obviously, it's confusing for them. No plant comes in. They have the site. Why would anybody just be sitting quad waiting for this? So it's actually an error for Mouz, but the fact that they covered their tracks and used it to their advantage speaks to how good they are.
Oh, nice shot from the pistol. Very little to work with, but
it's a big edge on Inferno.
This would really be one of Mouz's biggest mistakes yet.
Full pulse control.
Oh, Bit trying to disengage. Yeah, he knows Torchy's got to run that over. Bit control gets taken. SMG goes down. They're still trying to escort it in, and Emes strikes. Still trying to keep that pressure up, trying to keep this round electric.
Where'd that bomb go? Down on the site. It's getting planted now. Spinx has to stop this.
They're going to keep charging up the short side. Spinx looking to give that cover, allows for Torcy, who's 12-3, to just tuck back into the corner, but now that smoke blocks them off. Spinx is only able to get his one, and it's a Torcy clutch needed. Alexi beat down, and MongolZ is able to trade out. NAVI dish out Mouz's biggest mistake yet in this series.
That was so good.
Wonderful starts to consider it. Oh, he's going to catch this.
He's found the timing,
Yeah, perfection.
Oh.
Second player's just a little preoccupied with throwing out that utility, and wonderful timing to a T.
They still got car control as well. They're going to run at this on A.
Emes extending outwards. He's got the gun advantage over Brolin, but we'll see if he really presses the issue in. Brolin tucked into the corner. Wonderful catches a kill.
He's still working.
Yeah, Wonderful's on it. All 3 frags so far this round are his.
He can make this a highlight right now. 2 guys in front of him.
Effectively slicing through them one after another. Quad kill for Wonderful. Pulls it out of the hat. Just like that, it's rounds back to back.
Full aggro here from Wonderful. Not looking for any babysitters. No one here to trade him. Every fight on his own terms. Isolated every single duel. A perfect off performance. Time to hold it up. NAVI are running the old school Virtus Pro setup here. They're boosted up on porch. You do this so that you can see over top of a arch smoke or a lane smoke if it goes arch.
Spinx approaching this solo. He's got a player behind him, but him and Jimmy, Bit kind of freed up to go for that fight, but
he tried to run at that because the volley came out.
Bit will remain at the bottom of Navi's scoreboard, and Mouz have a man advantage now.
It's pretty good information here from Mouz. I don't know if they're going to put together the
Takes
setup.
the drop.
Navi haven't really been falling for a lot of things right now.
Wonderful's freed up.
Yeah, he's going to get more aggressive, but he misses.
He's hit everything other than that. Emet, time to be the hero. Also goes down with nothing. 3 defenders on this short side. You will never expect the 4th, but oh boy, Mouz just tore through this bomb site with no hesitations. Every single kill comes to them swiftly.
Awesome. That was real beautiful, actually, out of Mouz. I mean, even Spinx's personal awareness.
Well, they tried to hold on, but Mouz weren't having any of that, were they? Insta-kill after insta-kill for the 4. So Navi's dreams of tying up this half evaporate, and so will MongolZ again. As it is Mouz to come at Banana. You know, they've changed up their timings. One round ago, very much passive, letting those nades come out. This time, it's that sudden pounce, and it feels like Mouz are kind of giving different flavors over to Navi, so that they can't quite put their finger on it.
They make a very hasty rotation. A round 12 stack. But Mouz wisely are walking away from it. Prescient about the rotations from Navi.
Yeah, A site looking prime for the taking now. Xertion's going to continue to rack up costs here. Navi down to a 3 versus 5. Even with Xertion on such low health, he'll just bring up the rear for Mouz. He can hold off for any potential banana flanks, and the A site will soon be found free for the taking.
The firepower is here, man.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, Xertion just going to put this one on ice and go 8-4 on the half. So that little bit of a resurgence from Navi, short-lived. It's all while Berettas stay posted on the boosts. Tease around that corner with no nades other than the flash, but it finds its mark. Spinx comes out from new box, just got gushed. Navi need this pistol, and it's a hard-fought hold from Spinx. They're going to try to chase down Brolin, and he will put them on ice. Great opportunity for Mouz to shut down map 2 swiftly.
That's excellent headshots out of Brolin, and yeah, they don't split pistols this time.
Trying to find an angle, but there's
but
nothing here.
It's going to hold them here when he doesn't see anything.
Yep.
It's a 3 halls play.
Mouz sticking around for the time being. This Brolin MP7 in the bomb site, will it be the limitation? Fast flood down, Spinx at bat finds his second, and it is clean shots out of the CTs that very quickly just push the fight into them. Alexi B can't manage anything as he tries to go over top, and MongolZ down with just his one. Rock solid defense out of Mouz.
I'm going to use a weird word here, but it's a very lubricated defense.
Lubricated,
okay?
yes.
They're moving really nicely, even though if it looks like they're...
You know what we've also seen is NAVI being able to kind of have a flat first half and then just totally rebound in the follow-out. They dismantled G2 with that twice in the game to qualify for playoffs, but it doesn't seem like they've got that magic in them here tonight. At least not on the second one. Torzi has been so solid throughout this map. 20-8 is the score he could end with as its man advantage secured here by Mouz from their Opper once again. Bomb possession given over. Wonderful still with a bit of fight left in him. Takes the double kill, picks up that bomb, and will run it over to the B site. But if you think it's free for the taking, you've just met your maker. Spinx locks this in.
They thought that was desperation, but it was actually because they had an extra player.
Devil on their shoulder, whispering their shortcomings, reminders constant that Mouz can't seem to lift trophies. But versus a NAVI here on map 2, they've showed you the counter-strike they play. Mouz will silence the BTarena. It's a golf clap as now this game goes to a third. Mirage is where NAVI will need to rebound. Shown affinity for, picking.
Ima's having a rough series right now, but Mirage is one of his best maps. We see what he can do on this in the past, so it will have to be him.
This will be his final chance to leave a mark on the BTarena. Torzi and Brolin gonna catch headshots first.
Oh, what is that?
Speak of Bit, he strikes early. And now as he looks for another one inside of the B side, he's got a teammate to come up through the catwalk. Imez able to strike one down off window. And so for a moment, NAVI had an advantage, but then Jimmy comes in quickly, puts that bomb down, and Wonderful's gonna have to scoop it up soon, but with players still breathing down his neck, Ima has run in with these picked up Berettas, and it's actually wonderful to connect the headshot. Jimmy into the clutch. 15 onto the clock.
Plant's going to be difficult. They kind of have to hunt him down.
They go wide, and sure enough, it is Ima to find his. From mid-window to the run-up catwalk.
Guys, it's fucking fight for Mishka, guys. Come on, Romania. Drop me for Vaya. Let's go. We need to see Mishka grandfather.
Out to a default here for NAVI. They know the force-up is coming for Mouz. Oh, fast out A. Lots of CTs here. First kill to them.
Careful now, careful. Don't spoil this good start. NAVI down to the 3v5. This is something that was glaringly obvious back on Ancient. MongolZ and Bit start to inch this one forward, but we also get Mouz on the ramp.
Ticket.
All of a sudden, the Ticket Scout finds its damage. This is still looking for the kill back, and Torsi's not having any of it. Now with Emad dead, all you have are the two players in Palace, and they won't even be given a chance to truly take a step out into this bomb site. NAVI have flubbed the opportunity at early round wins.
Oh, they went for the fast A play. It's a perfect call for Mouz to stack it. They were maybe just a bit too worried to go for a default and risk getting picked up by the scout. Well, it happened anyway.
You go running out that ramp, you meet your maker in the form of 5-7s. The damage just coming through on the sides of those smokes, and there's no guarantee that you even get to hang on to what's left. Mouz won it all, and so that Galil down for the count.
After time.
Insult to injury.
He'll in fact only have a Galil.
Torzi again, right back to the angles. Was lights out over on Inferno, and he is looking to piece together two strong showings in this series now. Willing to challenge that smoke, it'll cost him. Imez got the answer back. MongolZ still had to double back though. He'll scoop up that bomb. He's cautious about the apartments push, but it's not the B site that actually pushed beyond. It's A instead.
Actually, Wonderful not even, wait. Okay, there, he'll pick it up now.
Grabs his trusty op. Xertion peeling away from this one,
It's
but
perfect,
now
actually. Wonderful made a little presence, and they immediately ran away from A.
pulled one back, but the question still is Brolin. He's gone unnoticed, and so we'll see what NAVI have to deal with an eventual fallback from him.
There's that op.
Xerxin trying to stay alive. Yeah,
there's that
wonderful.
op.
Puts his hands on it, gives the cover over. And so just when you think Brolin's gonna find a chance to disrupt that A-bomb site, instead it is wonderful to make a difference. Deep push here from Emet, the guy who got it started in middle at the start of this round. Xerxin has 2 kills, and all he wants is to grab this op and get the hell out of here before that bomb pops, but no free exits. NAVI with a slow squeeze. Let Wonderful find that op out catwalk, and again, Torzy, strong start.
Picks up the op, turns it into the play of the round. It's such a massive find to make up for all the money they lost.
But there we go, back to reality. Emet instead an opening death.
Xerxin ran through 2 health as he gets back to the top of connector safely.
Damn near 4v4 on the fallback. Instead, that's a body. Spinx is gonna keep trying this timing, and they don't know exactly about this.
They've really ruined his play here. The bomb's actually going to B.
Leg shot.
Another shot missed.
No, MongolZ gets cleaned up by Jimmy
But
off
again,
the cat play.
The bomb is going B.
Yep, but they still don't know about Spinx, who is indeed following them. Slowly but surely, Spinx will get behind this, but we've got a flank from both teams. Who times this to perfection? Alexi B, he's been found out. Xerxin turns around, that 2 health that he fell back through the connector with actually winds up being critical for them to win this round. Mouz skulking just every single corner.
And Emma could just get walked up on right now. There's no one at the top of mid. He's actually taking quite a big risk. Oh, and he still gets the kill.
Swings in, catches his one. All while, NAVI will find a vacant A-bomb site. The numbers towards middle ends up giving over space. And Alexi B, good presence to just hold off on the flank and find Spinx for free. So now a man advantage here for NAVI.
Yeah, it's the speed that actually looks great. They go into their next decision quickly.
But this Torzy challenge, he's over towards the ticket, and Xerxin's just gonna challenge
what a find.
Around the side of that smoke. And with the distraction that Xerxin serves up, suddenly Torzi's got his angle, but a missed opportunity to strike one down from that ramp. Slow burn here from Wonderful. He'll be chopped down to size. Bit catches the back of Xerxin. You still know about that op on the other side, and what you don't know is where the hell is Jimmy?
And 10 seconds, they need to plan.
Tech9 goes through to challenge the bomb sites. Bit's coverage now down into the sandwich. Jimmy late on arrival, catches the trade back. And you know that the bomb planter stranded here inside the cover. Alexi still good to hang on.
The only thought going through my mind is it's a must-win 2v2.
And we get this stark contrast. NAVI off to a different start in round 9. Trying to remain fluid, trying to remain fresh. Ema's instant kill into connector last round. Had Mouz trying to play catch up. This time they'll strike first. Ema does get there. An eventual headshot, tries to challenge into the cat push. You've got Spinx locked into a fight for a second, but they do afford him a world where he can fall back.
Yeah, but Bit, he's got the bomb.
Trying to strike down into the B site. Jimmy under pressure.
Are you sure?
Oh,
my
Bit!
God.
A jumping Galil headshot into the windowsill, but it's not an open bomb site. There is still Brolin to challenge!
No way!
And Bit reads it like a book!
The audacity!
Operates on his own, the catwalk player down. Spinx is doing a good job of at least keeping these numbers even. Bit is the reason this bomb has been planted, and now it's Mouz's retake needed.
Yeah, the total disrespect. And we've got Spinx going onto the op because of his health. Bit staying open, playing confident.
This lineup could be easy. Bit's gonna continue the spray. Torzy into the retake on the brink of a third kill. There's the challenge.
Oh.
What a shot! Snaps it over and will continue the trend of one-off NAVI rounds.
Oh yeah, Torzy. Here's the moment where you could actually take some pressure off the pistol if NAVI win these last 2. If not, it's going to be all about that switch over. And that stress is not what they want to have to deal with.
Both maps versus G2, they were able to win these last 2 rounds. NAVI know how to fight hard for these. They've proven it in the group stage. Ema not going to waste a moment catching Torzy out on catwalk.
Ooh, is he going to read this? We got this lurk out from Xerxin.
It's a strong play, but it does preoccupy the support that could have otherwise been added to that A site.
It's a tricky way to actually become a B player here. Xerxin's going to cut off everything that could rotate over.
Oh my God, he follows.
Wow.
But he misses it.
I think he knows, actually.
Okay.
I was wondering when he saw that fat smoke, what was going on?
Well.
And he just let it be for a second. Now coming up to clear it. Awkward part is if he doesn't know which way Xerxin went, then this puts the 8 players in jeopardy. Xerxion's gonna clear and see nothing, but he's still getting followed.
And this is all while Navi start to get it going.
Ima's starting to speed up on this flank.
Still, you need to be able to get through the bomb site. Ima's still trying to catch it, but he's right there for it.
He found it.
Oh, God! He gets away with it. Now, all of a sudden, Navi have to remember that that's because this A site's probably stacked. Obviously, Mouz had an idea as to what was coming.
Ima's gonna try to get into the mix again. He's here off cat.
Just trying to divert back over towards middle. You get Mouz starting to second guess things because it's a slow burn here out of Navi. You have pulled the support away, but Spinx has shown he can win rounds on his own tonight.
If it might clear the—
Oh, no way! Down through the ladder, and they still don't see him. I mean, that is unbelievable.
And there's Ima.
They'll get away with it. I mean, how do they get away with it? Or do they? Brolin still at 27 health.
I mean, the health left over is one thing. It's interesting where their money lies right now. Brolin in a 1-on-2, 27 HP. It'd have to be an absolute miracle.
Walking it out, Alexi, 76 health. Oh, but the headshot! And so Brolin's here to rip it from their hands again. And that is an op hiding in the corner. Wonderful, you cannot afford to miss this.
He doesn't think he's here. Oh my
No
goodness,
idea.
This could get stuck. He's watching.
Oh, but he whiffs! Oh, and the jump right next to it. Brolin, it's heartbreak as he jumps right back on top of that bomb and robs it from Navi.
Oh my.
Counter-terrorists win.
I thought for sure when he turned around he was getting cleared.
Mouz operating with plot armor. Heartbreak after heartbreak for Navi, but they will still continue to fight for these.
Oh, just a reminder of how many more rounds they could have got this half. Another successful opening off cat, this time paired with one in connector. If they win this match, they might be in tears. Everything that has gone wrong, you could have never expected.
Ooh, timing there as well, pushing through.
One goes their way.
Bomb still gonna follow through into the only remaining Mouz player. Oh,
Tag.
Careful as he jumps back into the cover that frees up the bomb to depart. But if he gets this kill on Arch, then he's also free to sprint over to the other side. No, sir, not on Wonderful's watch. It is one for the road from Navi. A hard-fought battle across these first 12 rounds, 4 one-off round wins. But to do it on the T side of Mirage is the challenge at hand. Was 4 rounds the quota? MongolZ with a chance to strike first, eventually gets there. No cap presence coming through from Mouz. It's a flood out through the apartments. MongolZ's got a second, and then off of the reload. Now we get the wide swing. Alexi over towards default, bomb drop. MongolZ, triple kill. So the pistol's there, but don't forget they won it in the first half, and the force buy silenced the room.
Going ramp, you've got a left side setup. There's no one in ticket. Fast rotations is what Navi will have. This is the kind of round where smoke spams are going to be key. Finally, Alexi B makes his way around a ticket.
It's looking for refuge, but he'll be fully blocked out of this. Cat plays coming, and MongolZ times it to perfection.
Now they know.
Alexi, full focus towards the balcony. Bit down with nothing but damage. Alexi right there for the taking, and yet he's only able to get that one. So little health for the 3 remaining players, but who stands in front of them? It is Ime, with just this MP9. Trying to find a way to unravel it all. They will just simply sprint from him, not wanting to give him that opening. And yet he's been able to find the AK first, and because they split up suddenly, if he clears this corner, or if the corner comes to him, there's the ticket challenge. Remember, it's low HP. And so is suddenly Emed down to the 20 bullets in that mag, sprints this down into the site.
No smoke to work with.
But he's got the kit. Oh, and it's spam out from Xerxion. Xerxion so elusive in that 3v1, wrapping around in through the flank and making sure that Mouz's first gun round hits the scoreboard.
Answer up really quickly. Hard trades to get, absolutely. Just a full A idea here from Mouz.
Yeah, and it's looking pretty zesty in terms of the timings. This is going to catch him off. Defense not quite ready for it. Bit looking back in, takes a bit of chip damage in the middle of that, and then the challenge goes over the stairs. Ema the first to fall. Bit's able to at least line that up, but Spinx with the instant headshot. MongolZ's got another.
He's still
and another! Felt like that staircase belonged to Mouz, and now what you know is that Spinx is hard dedicated to the CT spawn. They'll swing, and into his spray they'll go. They'll fall. Jimmy's clutch queued up. Navi's players side by side, having to face with lesser health, and the utility already comes out, but that utility tells me they think maybe he's still inside this bomb site.
They got that molly off.
Jimmy lets them inch forward, cuts down MongolZ, sprays in through them both, and a late game Jimmy clutch to go back-to-back round wins Mouz.
He had zero suspicion that he got off of the site. Went up for the click here under Sandwich, thought he was hiding there within the smoke or on default, even though they had mollied it. This could have literally been a tie game.
And not just any clutches, like you said, clutches at the right juncture.
And Brolin, that's inexplicable. Then Jim Pat, that's just well played.
We get Navi trying to do something about holding back middle. Fast moves here by Mouz. Oh, that's a good amount of damage.
Another opening for Ima.
Just spams away at it, clips Torzy before he can get into the cover top middle. They will be working with the 5v4. Oh, but there's the response. Zershin slides down into it with the headshot.
He's not able to click.
These advantages so hard to come by, and even harder to hold on to. And yet still Navi will try to confidently make moves happen. They do not want to just shell up.
They know there's a palace lurk here. You don't know if Bit's going to try to push this, but at the very minimum, they've got a flank on it. However, Jimmy's watching it. MongolZ is the linchpin of this round. He's waiting.
It's right there.
Yeah,
finds timing.
He doesn't overplay that situation.
How does that change things for Mouz? Still with Spinx out mid. Bomb floats in the backdrop, and Zershin thinking about getting wild. There's a world where he can just join up forces with that cat split. We'll see if it comes through, because right now Emad making a bit of a risk by occupying this corner. Very low HP here. AK's gonna get the better of him. Bit, at the very least, will find his. But we've got pressure now on Alexi B. We've seen great CT play from him on Ancient. He's been awaiting a moment like this, and he cannot deliver. No kill collected, just damage on Brolin. Scrambled rotate over, Zershin locked into the corner just outside of this.
They're gonna run by him and clear E-Box.
And then all of a sudden, you're gonna get Brolin swing in the background. Zershin queues up a 12th round win, just like that. It is done. Mouz find their timing and find their refuge. 6 map and match points.
The last bastion there was Alexi B to get his 1 kill from bench. Couldn't deliver that. 5 FAMASes, no kits on this round here for Navi. A last stand.
They'll have the smokes to try to slow it down. They have sat back and watched as this game eludes them. And they will beat themselves up because there's losing games of CS, and then there's losing the rounds you're never supposed to. And that will be the burden of this Navi loss in the quarterfinals.
They didn't play it with utility to try to delay. They didn't play it for a retake. There's no kits. They're here to look for picks, and they haven't found one yet. In fact, they've had to give up mid and a player at the same time. Mouz are going to try to make him squirm even more. They've spotted Bit. It's a bunch of bullets to his feet here. The B play's coming in strong. Alexi B with a FAMAS.
Gonna open up the smoke. Just try to get that reaction as they just go sinking deep into the B bomb site. Alexi blind the entire time. Spinx gun advantage, instant headshot, and Mouz don't give a damn what your heart wants. Their counter-strike is here to try and go back-to-back in Cluj. Like it or not, this is a city that this team knows how to win. In the very same arena 1 year ago, they touched that trophy.